Problem is the payments. It's gotten a little too crazy. I'm starting to not be able to handle it.
Being in debt is single-handedly ruining my life.
35 years old, paying off $169,000 in debt. Yes, I'm going on a Disney cruise to help me pack for my trip.
Debt is already stressful enough, so naturally the best way to cope is by spending even more money on a vacation. Welcome to the channel. I'm Mike, and here we talk about money, cars, avoiding debt, and keeping more of your paycheck. If that sounds good, hit that like and subscribe button and drop a comment.
He's flipped $8,000 on his car, and we got to figure out how we can bury that negative equity.
Hey, how are you?
Good. I know you're flipped on your car. You have a BMW 8 Series, is that right?
It's an 850, yeah.
You're looking to get out of this car into a Honda?
Problem is the payments. It's gotten a little too crazy. I'm starting to not be able to handle it.
And what's your payment now?
$13.19.
$13.19 a month. And how much money did you put down in that car?
Total above $5,600.
And that car's a lease, right?
Yeah, I leased it for 39 months.
So the best option we got going right now is the Honda Prologue, the full EV.
I don't think I'm 100% sold on an EV just yet.
Let me educate you a little bit on that car. On the Honda Prologue itself, you have over $16,000 in rebates on that car. And the best thing to do by burying that negative equity, because we took a look at your car. I know you owe $43,000 on it. Car's only worth about $35,000.
These salesmen say bury the negative equity, making people think they're starting over. But instead of lowering the car's price or payment, it's just offsetting what you already owe. You still lose.
So I have about $8,000 in negative equity I got to work with here. Honda Prologue has $16,300 in rebates, which would help me bury your negative equity.
Yeah, that actually sounds insane.
If I put you in a 2-year lease or a 27-month lease on this car, bury your negative equity, how'd that sound?
That sounds amazing. I got to really see it to believe, to be honest with you.
When would you have an opportunity to come to the dealership and check out the car?
I'm free this coming Thursday at around 2 o'clock.
All right, I'll see what we can do with your car, and I'll have the new car ready for you. He's flipped $8,000 on his car, and we got to figure out how we can bury that negative equity. And the best way by doing that is finding a car with the most rebate. And that rebate of the $16,300 that the Prologue has to offer will bury most of it, so I can keep his payment under what he's paying now. So I'm going to keep him at a comfortable monthly payment and still have him driving a $56,000 car.
He really does not need a $56,000 car if he's struggling to make payments. Sure, the monthly amount might drop, but he's still going to have a high car payment. If a couple $100 a month makes that much of a difference, then he's not in a great position.
Being in debt is single-handedly ruining my life. If you're new here, my name is Casey. I'm a 30-year-old mom to 2 feral girls who also works from home full-time, and I own a farm full-time. And I am in 5 figures worth of debt. We started at $63,000. We are now at $58,000. And I single-handedly put myself into debt. I really wanted to keep up with the Joneses, and I spent a lot of money on credit cards, money that I didn't have. Now I'm here trying to fix it. Let's talk about it. I have 3 credit cards. I had 3 credit cards. I had an American Express, a Disney Chase card, and a Care credit card.
Keeping up with the Joneses is all fun and games until you realize the Joneses are broke too. They're just good at hiding it. There are people I know that look like they have it all. House, cars, toys, but it's all debt. And I know they're struggling.
Care credit card is the only one that I probably will never get rid of because I use that for veterinary emergencies. So if my pets need to go to the vet for something and I don't have the money to do so, you'll have to excuse me. I'm sweaty as hell because it's hot as shit outside. I currently have about $4,500 on that card, and then I have my Chase Disney card, which I've had for over 10 years now. It currently has just under $6,000 on it, and I've probably spent mostly bullshit on it, honestly. I just wanted to keep up with the Joneses and have all the cool stuff. In hindsight now, obviously that was a dumb decision. I was very financially illiterate and made awful financial decisions, which is how I'm in 5 figures worth of debt. My American Express card had about $6,500 on it. We were able to pay that off because we did go into a forbearance on our mortgage. We were able to save some money from not having to pay our mortgage for the last couple months and pay that card off. So that's currently where I'm at with my credit card debt. I also have some personal loans, which I'll talk about in a different video.
So her finances are so bad that she went into forbearance on her mortgage just to catch up on her credit card debt. The debt doesn't go away. She's just not paying the mortgage for right now. Eventually, she's going to have to make higher payments for a while, extend the loan term, or add the missed payments to the end of the mortgage. She's put her home at risk just to keep up with the Joneses.
We're in a really bad financial position.
In total, how many vacations do you take a year?
3.
Okay, round up.
Last year we took about 10.
It's my math, exactly. I say take whatever it is and triple it. However much you say you eat out, triple it.
Right.
However much you say you take vacation, triple it. It never fails. Everybody make a note. Ramit's rule number 318, vacations. whatever you say you spend, triple it. How do you pay for all this stuff when you go to the Bahamas?
Well, the flight, I usually use miles. And then the hotel, I'll get like through my job, they have like discounts. I'll pay that on the debit card. But when we get there, it's like a free for all. Like I'll just use a credit card. And we have a lot of credit card debt.
Yep. Banks and credit cards love you too.
Now, this is one I don't understand because I don't find traveling enjoyable. I've only been out of the country once and I paid for it cash. For myself, camping or a small cabin would be more than enough in the future. And luckily, it doesn't cost very much.
I knew this was coming, but I was just kind of waiting for it to happen. I got my first comment today about how I am planning on traveling or I'm traveling, but I also am in debt. I have just under $31,000 in debt between credit card, taxes, car, student loan. And I'm just going to make one thing very clear. I'm going to live my life. I am going to take however much amount of money, whether it's $2,000 that I'm saving up, and put it towards travel versus putting it towards my debt. I'm going to do that. I'm 29 years old. I have no kids, no responsibilities aside from my bills, which I pay every month. I'm going to take my money and I'm going to go on vacation.
You should be able to do what you want with your money. But I don't think it's smart to go on vacation if you have tens of thousands of dollars of debt. We're not talking about a mortgage here. I would rather pay off the debt first. It's not just the cost of the vacation, it's also the loss of wages from not working.
Okay, if you're somebody who has debt and you choose to not focus at all on any of your wants in life, then you gotta do you. I'm gonna take my hard-earned money and I'm gonna put some of it towards travel, but I'm budgeting for it. I'm not going into further debt to travel, which a lot of people are probably doing and just not telling you and not being open about it. So all I'm gonna say is, yes, I have $31,000 in debt and I'm gonna go on my vacation with that debt at home, okay?
Really, she's going further into debt even though she saved. Now she'll just be paying more in interest. There are a lot of people that work hard and manage their money well, and they put themselves in a great position for retirement. Those are the people that deserve a vacation.
I'm currently $90,000 in debt and I am on a 2-week vacation. I made a video about going on vacation and spending time with your kid. Zeke and I go back and forth a lot. He says that I'm never getting out of debt. But Zeke, I'd like to remind you that I have paid off $33,000 in debt in the last year. And in the last 6 months, I haven't been able to pay off debt because car got totaled. I got a new car. I paid cash for it, mind you. And then that car got totaled because somebody pulled out in front of me and I hit a retaining wall. And then I also had a $3,000 unexpected expense. So that number would be far greater. And I just want to say to the people out there that think that you have to live under a rock.
All those excuses she gave are actually good reasons not to go on vacation. You never know what's going to happen, and that is a lot of debt. She mentions going on vacation to spend time with her kid. It almost sounds less like she wants to spend time with her kid, and more like she's trying to justify a vacation she knows she can't afford.
And shame and guilt about being in debt. You don't. You made a mistake. Move on and enjoy your life a little. Is a 2-week vacation probably excessive? Yeah, but I paid for it all in cash. And I've seen a girl on here that took her family on vacation to Hawaii for 6 weeks and she's working the Dave Ramsey plan. Well, obviously not working it completely because he would tell you not to go on a vacation, but she's working the baby steps and she's still paying off debt. You don't have to live under a rock. Let's normalize having balance.
With $90,000 of debt, you might want to live under that rock. With that much debt, I would understand a cheap day trip with your kid, maybe a few $100s, but a 2-week vacation seems irresponsible. I'd be more worried about keeping a roof over that kid's head.
35 years old, paying off $169,000 in debt. Yes, I'm going on a Disney cruise to help me pack for my trip. I know this is going to push a lot of people's buttons, but you can pay off debt and still live your life. What that looks like probably varies person to person. For me, that means continuing to travel and budgeting for the things that are wants in my sinking funds. Each paycheck, I allocate dollars to save towards wants or bigger spends like a vacation. I'm in this for the long haul. $169,000 is a big number that's not going to go away quickly, so years of not going on vacation or only buying necessities is not sustainable in my opinion, although I am trying to chip away at the number as fast as possible.
Not going on vacation is not sustainable. If your debt is $169,000 and you think skipping vacations is the problem, you are probably not looking for rest, you're probably looking for escape. That is a horrible way of thinking. A cruise is a luxury for people who have money. She could save up $100,000 and she still doesn't have any money. She maybe only spent $1,000, but that should be going straight towards her debt.
I'm working the debt snowball method and I've paid off $32,000 so far this year, clearing 9 of the 18 debts I owe. I'm proud of the progress I've made and I'm building better financial habits by delaying instant gratification and saving for the things I would previously spontaneously purchase. So now back to the cruise. If you're curious how much I spent on this vacation, instead of putting it towards my debt, all in I spent about $1,000. Part of the cost was covered as a gift for my birthday and the room expenses was split 3 ways. I love traveling with friends to save on cost. I also didn't buy any new outfits or accessories for this trip. The only thing I purchased was a snorkel. In a different spending mindset, I would have bought an entire new wardrobe for this trip, so it's great to see these new habits at work.
These people say you need to live your life, but their lives are filled with debt. They should be living on a strict budget, and there shouldn't be any money left for vacations. That is how I see it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'll see you in the next one.